I've got a suggestion. I think it would be really good for you to take a break from dating and heal. I don't think so. If I take a break, the man of my dreams may show up, and then I'm going to miss them because I'm taking a break that I really don't need. You're going to keep carrying hurt from your past relationships into your next relationships, which ultimately will lead to another heartbreak. You'll either meet a narcissist or cheater or someone totally just not good for you. And then you're going to end up in the same cycle and then a heartbreak. Then you're going to come to me and I'm going to listen, but it's going to be painful for me to listen because I know you can avoid this situation. I'm fine. I mean, I spent a few months crying myself to sleep every night, but I'm healed. I want to tell you, I met the man of my dreams like last week, and he is amazing. That's not healing. It's called distracting yourself from yourself. You're in another relationship to stay busy and fill a void, so you don't have to go through the grief of your failed relationships. You like the attention and validation of men because it makes you feel better about yourself. You're just running away from pain. And then we call this really getting a hit. When you like that validation from men, women, whoever, it's like an addict who gets high from drugs or alcohol. You're addicted to the attention. I don't want to be alone. I hate being alone. Once you heal, you're going to feel more at peace and you're going to enjoy being alone. I still want to reach out to my ex. He cheated on me and he was a narcissist, but he also was so good to me. He took me on trips and helped me with my finances. Once you heal, you're not going to feel that way. You won't be attracted to the type of guys like these narcissists or the ones that aren't good for you. You're not going to put up with unacceptable behaviors, and you're going to know what your non-negotiables are in a relationship. Ooh, I love bad boys. Right now, you love them because they're attractive and you feel better about yourself when you're with them, especially if they're bad boys because you're the chosen one. You feel special. You may not know this, but just because you meet their parents right away and you spend a lot of time with them doesn't mean you have intimacy and a healthy relationship. In fact, you still have armor, and that armor shows up at any point in your conversations. You're going to fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. You can't expect your partner to be vulnerable if you still have your walls up and you don't trust. What? Fight is when you get angry and you lash out. And then the flight, that's when you run away, either by not answering questions directly or you ignore text messages because you feel uncomfortable answering them, or you physically leave to another room or leave your house when you're like in an argument with your partner. Freeze, this is when you shut down internally and you have trouble concentrating or verbalizing your thoughts. And then fawn, that's when you're submissive and obedient and you just want peace. So you end up pleasing your partner at any cost. When you heal, you'll be able to have vulnerable conversations and resolve conflict in a healthy way. You won't need to go places or drink together to feel like you're a couple. You're going to be able to sit and talk about your thoughts, your feelings, your fears, and what's important to both of you. Ooh, feelings? That's way too personal. I don't even know what I'm feeling most of the time. Therapy can help you with that. Well, I defend myself because people don't listen to what I have to say. If they listened, I wouldn't have to defend myself. So it's their fault that they're not listening. When you defend yourself, you have armor and you're not letting in trust. You don't feel heard and you aren't asking to be heard. People are confused and just think you're defensive or take things personally or you're being disrespectful by lashing out. You feel rejected when people don't listen to you. And that makes sense. But try asking for what you need. Wait, that's a thing? I just assumed people read my mind and eventually would see my face and then guess what I'm eating. No, that's called codependency. We'll talk about that later. One way to ask for what you need is in this form. When you did this, this is what I thought. This is how it made me feel. And I like this from you. Like this. When you don't call me and don't answer my texts, I think you don't care, and that makes me feel ignored. I would like for you to answer the text messages or say something and call me a few times a week. I suppose I could practice that than being mad at them and blaming them. Good. Another cool fact of healing is that you won't attract cheaters and emotionally unavailable people when you're emotionally available yourself. And here's another one. You can be with someone you would normally call boring because they're going to be consistent, faithful, and interested in supporting you to become the best version of yourself. I kind of like the chase and not knowing what I'm going to get. Those relationships you're talking about don't last. Try talking about your fears, your dreams, the things that actually matter. Healing is a process, but it's so rewarding. Then you get to attract someone who truly loves you. Yeah, I do want a long lasting, committed relationship. I guess from what you're saying, I'm probably not on track. Now, don't beat yourself up. A good step or first step is to check out a therapist, recovery centers, and our Insides Match assessment, which can be all found on the Insides Match website. You'll be on a path to a long lasting relationship.